Hello, Miss Ramita and future students looking for example to copy. My name is Lucas. These are my teammates.
My name is Gary.
And my name is Ismail.
We're presenting MCP1 UCIL causes gas tragedy that impacts thousands of lives due to faulty materials and improper equipment. Next. This is what our presentation will be consisting of: a well-defined description of our recommendations, the tasks and steps need to be carried out for those recommendations, the people who will carry out those tasks, the timeline of those tasks being completed, the cost of those tasks being completed, and potential problems from those tasks being completed. Next. So for our first recommendation, it's about solving the supplier problem due to UCIL getting improper faulty materials, which led to a decrease in quality in their products, but also caused the accident from happening. So to solve that, you'd need to implement a method to control the quality of the supplies coming into UCIL. The second recommendation is to solve the technological problems about the equipment malfunctioning and causing the accidents. So to do that, you need to implement a system to monitor the equipment and to ensure they're all functioning so the accidents don't occur again. Next. These are the steps that need to be carried out for the first recommendation. You need to identify and document the current supplier issues, evaluate the current materials from the suppliers, set clear standards of what you need from these suppliers in terms of materials. You need to develop a material quality procedure on how you will control the quality of this material. You have to consider working with different suppliers if your current supplier just do not meet your needs, and involve the suppliers more in the quality control process so they understand the needs that you have, and regularly review and evaluate the methods you use so you can always improve on it. Next. The second recommendation, you'll have to identify the problems with the equipment, plan for technology adoption, like how replacing the equipment and fixing it, establish regular checkups for those equipments and maintenance, train your workers to do those checkups and maintenance, establish protocols in case of any equipment malfunctioning, monitor the performance of the equipment and regularly review the systems you implemented so that you can improve on that too. Next. And I'll hand it to my teammate Gary.
Uh, Next, we'll be talking about the people who will be in charge and carrying out each task. For the first recommendation, we will have middle to high managers evaluate the needs of the plant in terms of safety and quality and have them find a suitable suppliers. Second, the same managers would also have to keep a good communication and good relationship with the suppliers to ensure all needs are communicated to. Third, having a team of workers to check on the quality of the supplies and make sure it meets the company standards. So for the second recommendation, we will have hiring people with the expertise and knowledge on how to run the plant, specifically about the machines. Second, we would have that person make any changes that they think is necessary. Third, we would put together a team to regularly maintain and check up on the machineries. Next, we'll be talking about the timeline and the location of the task completion. So for the first recommendation, we would need to first evaluate the needs of the plant. Second, evaluate all the available suppliers and we choose the most suitable one. Third, keeping close contact with those suppliers and ensuring no miscommunication. Fourth, informing and training a team of workers based on the standards of the plan that they have for the supplies. Number five, we would have the same team doing a quality control on all the supplies coming into the plant. Next, for the second recommendation, we will first hire an expert with the machinery used for the pesticide plants. Second, we would consult with the expert and make any changes that are necessary, such as replacing or fixing any equipments. Number three, we would train a team of workers to be able to maintain and check up all the equipments used. Number four, we will have that same team running regular maintenance checkup on the same equipment to prevent any machines from breaking down. Next, I will be passing it to my friend Ismail.
Now we should talk about the costs, which are the types of costs such as input costs and travel costs. Now, our first recommendation comes into input costs and travel costs. Input cost, which is the cost of purchasing the materials from suppliers. Now, travel costs are the expenses that UCIL personnel inspect supplier facilities or meetings. Now, our second recommendation is consulting costs, installation costs, training costs, maintenance costs, and replacement costs. Starting with consulting costs, hiring experts on their expertise regarding the equipment. Installation costs, the costs of installing the new equipment and systems. Training costs, the cost to train employees on how to operate the new systems. Maintenance costs, the expense on maintaining system and other equipments. Replacement costs, the cost to replace any damages, hardware or software components. Potential problems. Our first recommendation, workers inside UCIL might resist new protocols due to more workload or changes to their normal routines. Suppliers might feel resistant on the involvement with the quality control process from UCIL as they feel like UCIL does not trust the quality of their material. If UCIL is considering to look for new suppliers to work with, it requires extensive amounts of time and resources. There is also a chance that the new suppliers might not perform as expected. Training workers from UCIL and suppliers on new procedures and quality standards requires time and effective training program. It also requires high amounts of financial costs. UCIL might be limited in its choice of suppliers due to UCIL requiring specific materials, making it difficult to switch suppliers. Our second recommendation comes into the expert hired might not want to work for the plant that had a massive accident that caused harm to their workers and people living nearby due to fear of being harmed or being killed by the amount of workload needed to fix the plant, which has already happened. Workers could also have a harder time adapting to the new machinery, training, and regular maintenance they have to do. This may lead to an initial cost in profit due to the cost of replacing and repairing all the faulty equipment. I shall pass it on towards Lucas.
And now our presentation has reached the end. Yay.